Hello everyone, this is Annabella. This is a purchase reading for Khải and Jing Tian. Please help me thank the purchaser for her generosity. Because of her, I am able to bring you this reading today. I actually will be using my regular Rider-Waite's tarot deck for this reading. The reason being the Rider-Waite's messages sometimes are more straightforward, and because this is a purchase reading, I am going to try my best to avoid any discrepancy. Anyways, this is a full relationship reading, so we will be taking a look at their mutual energy as well as their feelings towards each other. I know these two were in a drama together. I actually didn't get to watch it, but that's okay. Let's see what the cards have to say. We shall start with their mutual energy. Three of Pentacles. To me, this is basically the co-worker card. This card represents apprenticeship, hard work, commitment, collaboration, and teamwork, which I believe is quite obvious for Khải and Jing Tian's relationship. They met because of work and work on a drama together. Let's continue to look at the next card to see what else is going on with their mutual energy. Seven of Wands. Some of the definitions for this card are standing up for your beliefs, fighting your corner, determined, maintaining control, etc. I'm not sure why they have to be on guard with each other. Maybe there are some problems or emotions that they need to keep track of while working together, but I'm not quite sure yet. Hopefully the later pulls will help us understand this card a little better. For now, we know they are co-workers who want to keep something under control. Page of Swords. Technically, this is similar to the Seven of Wands too, because this Page of Swords is also trying to use his logic to keep his guard up. But because he is young, he can be a bit impatient. This makes me think sometimes Khải and Jing Tian would have fun conversation, but they would end up bickering. And someone has to win, because the combination of Page of Swords and Seven of Wands can bring forward the theme of perseverance, competition, and intelligence. This is probably just their unique chemistry in order for them to have fun, stay alert, and still remain professional. Four of Swords. I feel like this card alongside the Seven of Wands and Page of Swords become almost like an anchor, just so that these Wands and Swords energy doesn't get too out of proportion. I feel like we will need to keep reading to understand, but this Four of Swords does represent regrouping, recuperation, introspection, and contemplation. I find their mutual energy to be quite interesting, honestly. There is not a single major arcana, and the cards are pretty much doing their own checks and balances. Four of Wands. See what I mean by this checks and balances? The theme here revolves around Seven of Wands and Page of Swords, fighting off or keeping guard, with the Four of Swords and Four of Wands balancing off these Wands and Swords energy. However, Four of Wands does represent the fact that this relationship is very stable. They accommodate each other, so to say, but notice how there are no cards representing the suits of cups here? I think they don't really connect too much on the emotional level, or like they don't really know how each other feels. This is quite a tricky spread. But thank goodness this is a full reading, so now we can take a look at their feelings for each other to make more sense of what is going on. Why are they trying to keep this balance, and why are they trying so hard fighting something off? Let's now take a look at Khải feelings towards Jing Tian. How does he feel about her? About their relationship? Okay, the first card for Khải is the Knight of Swords. I believe this represents Khải. Well, I know Shikai is a Pisces, which is a water sign, so he may naturally be compassionate and sensitive. But this is a reading for him and Jing Tian. With the Knight of Swords, he displays the younger male energy. And combines with their mutual cards, it seems like their connection may be more on swords focus, intellectual work knowledge and such. This knight is ambitious, so maybe they'll have discussions on how to get more opportunities perhaps. Emperor. I find this quite interesting again, because the Emperor is the number 4 card in the tarot deck. Recall how we had 2 4 cards in their mutual energy, and then here again the number 4 major arcana. I believe with Shukai, he may really want to keep things professional, as the Emperor represents structure, remaining logical and practical. But the Emperor is also saying Shukai is not very open about his real feelings. Queen of Swords. This queen right here is Jing Tian. Shukai sees her as someone who is intelligent, witty, and sophisticated. She is older than him, and because the counterpart card, Knight of Swords, is also here, he probably sees her as his senior too. But what I notice here is again the position of my cards. See how the Emperor sits in the middle of the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, as if he's trying to balance the two of them to keep their professionalism. They may have quick, sharp, fun intellectual conversation, but the Emperor is keeping Shukai's emotions in check. King of Cups. Now this is where it gets even more interesting. The King of Cups is definitely a reflection of his water sign, but what I find interesting here is that there are kings and queens in his spreads, and the main king is the King of Cups, who is quite a romantic guy. I imagine he would treat her like a gentleman. He would get water for her, taking care of her on set. Honestly, Shukai seems to be a gentleman to everyone he works with. He's quite charming, honestly. If we are wondering if he has other feelings toward her, I would say yes to a certain extent because of the heavy male energy in this spread. It is as if he likes to take care of her and be gallant. Page of Swords. Notes here that though he may like her, but his feelings for her is also because she is his senior and he is working with her. This Page of Swords again shows that he keeps his guard up still. He can't help but take care of her, but he still knows that their relationship should just be about work. He remains very logical and realistic towards this connection. Now, let's move on to Jing Tian. What are Jing Tian's feelings towards Shukai? We first have the Fool. We can directly say Jing Tian thinks Shikai is a fool. No, just joking. But because this is her feelings towards Shikai, I think she thinks he's this young person who may be a bit foolish or that he is just innocent. But since they may be having a lot of conversations because of the sword's energy in the earlier spreads, maybe she thinks the things they talk about together are fun and spontaneous. He is engaging to her. Was this their first collaboration? If it is, this Fool may also be indicating that to Jing Tian, Shikai brings this freshness energy to her. This is a new experience for her. The Lovers. Oh man, I was not expecting this card. But since this card came with the Fool, though some people may argue this represents new love, because the Fool indicates a new beginning, but to me, because this Lovers card came with the Fool, this love lacks commitment. Maybe through their bickering, and when he teases her, she may feel the butterflies in her stomach because he is an attractive man. But I think she knows that this wouldn't go anywhere. And actually, now it kind of makes sense why we had the Seven of Wands in the first mutual energy reading. Because she's perhaps trying to stay on guard with her feelings. Eight of Pentacles. I think her coping mechanism with these butterflies in their stomach feelings is to work hard and focus on work. The Eight of Pentacles displays a very dedicated man. He is keeping himself super concentrated in order to do a good job crafting something. So she definitely understands that she should keep herself busy and professional at work because this lover isn't going to proceed anywhere. Of course, we can also consider the fact that her feelings came from her character, but to my knowledge, Chinese drama filming schedules are different from Korean dramas. Some Korean dramas would still be filming even when the drama is airing, while Chinese dramas always air the drama the next year or so, after post-production is completely complete and everything gets approved by the government. Queen of Cups. So in his thread, he has the King of Cups and she has the Queen of Cups. What are the chances? This is totally why I love tarot and solving these cards. It's like a Pandora box. However, though both cups pair are here, I would like to talk about the downside of the suits of cups. The cups minor arcana are too romanticized and they are too much of a dreamer. For the Queen of Cups, not only is she a dreamer, to me she is also quite timid. Then the last card is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone who is very passionate, and I believe this is her view on Khải. I don't think she totally trusts him. I think she sees that he is just so nice to everyone, too charming, and knows his ways with words. I think because of that, the Queen of Cups actually suggested that she is trying to keep her emotions in check. In conclusion, I think their energies are quite interesting. There's just this constant keep calm and carry on feeling because I think they both know they should be professional, but they are human too, and really beautiful human beings to be exact. I'm sure it's hard to keep the attraction completely shut off when working together. But because of these butterflies, it gives the chemistry in the drama a more realistic feeling, right? Just a reminder that this is only a current energy reading and not a future reading. I would refrain from commenting more. That's the end of this reading. Thank you so much to my purchaser for supporting and allowing me to read for them today. Please remember that this is only a tarot reading. Tarot is based on energy, and as the interpreter of these energies, I may not be 100% accurate. Please remember to be logical, have an open mind, and keep yourself grounded with the information. If you're interested in buying a reading from me, please check out my description for my contact information. I accept payment and donation via PayPal. For pricing, please see my channel's description. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day and see you next time.